This tutorial will show how to add, edit, and delete calendar events for the League of Women Voters website. First thing we want to do is log into the website where we maintain our information. This is a LEW website provided by the League of Women Voters. So bring up a browser. I happen to bring up Chrome, and up on the address line here at the very top, just click it and then hit your delete key on your keyboard, and that'll give you a blank line at the top. Now you can do this from any device that you can get onto the web, whether it's a Mac or a laptop or a iPad or anything. This is all based on a website, so if you can get to the website you can make these changes. Just make sure it's secure, not like at a library or a hotel, because they could possibly capture your account name and password. So right here at the top, to get to that website, we're going to type in LWV for League of Women Voters netnet.org, and then we're going to put a / which is right next to the shift key, and then it already filled it in because I was just there, EasyWeb. So when you get that typed in, then you just hit your enter key. Once you do that, it'll bring you to the League EasyWeb, the LEW login screen. I've created a name for an account called Calendar, CALENDAR, and the state that we're in, of course, is Arizona, so you put in AZ and you hit enter. If that's correct, then it'll bring up the next page, which gives you to choose your league. In Arizona we have 5 or 6 leagues, so you would choose Greater Tucson, since that's the website we want to get to, and it shows that the calendar is the account that's been selected, and then we put in the password. The password will be given to you if you have authority to get to the website. And then at the bottom you type in your password, you just do OK at the bottom, and if that's successful it'll bring you to the Greater Tucson website. And what this does is it lists all of our pages that we have that make up our web. It starts with the home page and all the information there that we can edit to change the look of the home page. Since we're doing calendar updates, we don't mess with any of these. We just go down to the topic that says calendar of events, and you click on that, left click on that, and then it'll bring you to the calendar of events update page. You can see at the top that you have options: enter new events, remove events. First thing we're going to do is add a new event, so we'll click on add a new event, and it brings up a page to put in your information. The first thing that's important is to put in your date. I'm going to put one way at the end of the calendar, so I'll put 6/1/16, and then I'll put a time of like 1 to 3 p.m. You can do a single time like 1 p.m., 2 p.m., whatever, or you can put a range. You can even put a range on the date. If this event took place for several days, you could put this date and put a dash to the new date. You fill that in, you can come down and you can enter a location. I prefer just to put everything I have down in the description. You have to give it a title. So let's just say that this is a presentation on laws, something, whatever. And then down here you have to put a description. I'm just going to put this as a test item. And you can put phone numbers, whatever. You can put links down here to websites. You could have a link, click here to see the details, or to go to another website. Once you do that, you have some choices at the bottom. You can go ahead now and just add another event without even looking at what you entered, or you can preview what you did just type in. You can cancel, say, oh, I made a mistake, that was all wrong, cancel it. So I'm just going to do a preview so we can take a look at what I just put in. So it shows on the blue line the calendar of events, and if you just scroll down with your mouse and go all the way to the bottom, since I put this in as June 2016, you'll see here it is, Wednesday, June 1, 2016, 1 to 3 p.m. I left the location blank. It just, I think, clutters it up some. Presentation on laws. This is a test item, whatever. So we have the event in. Now if that's all we want to do, you're the only one that can see this right now because you're working on the website. You're making changes. The public cannot see this yet. If that's okay, then what you do is you come back here to the top and you hit approve. That means it's all okay. I now want the public to see it. So I hit the approve. And then if I'm done with the calendar, I can hit OK, and that takes me back to the main page where I can do other things. All these dots should be green which over here on the right side says the green dot means it's released. It means it's been changed and all these things have been released. If the dot was a different color, it means you forgot to approve it or some other thing. Okay, so let's go ahead now and do another thing on the calendar. Let's edit. Say we made a mistake. What we're going to do now is under this list of events, we're just going to scroll down. You can see every event's got an edit yellow box that says edit. So you can edit anything in the calendar by just clicking on that. So I'm going to go down to the one I added and I'm going to hit edit. And what it does is it brings up that same screen where we entered it before. So if I want to change the time to 3:30, I would just edit that line. And if there's something else I want to edit, like put another line here, then again I can preview it, and there it'll be again at the bottom, presentation on laws, this is a test, all are welcome, the new time. So if that's all okay, then again I would hit approve, and that would actually put that new item now out for the public to view. One thing you want to make sure is if you view an item on a website, you make changes and you go back right to that website to view it again, you may have to hit the refresh button, which I'll show you in a minute, because it doesn't always change immediately on your PC. You have to tell it to bring in new data. So we're going to cover that in a minute. Say I want to, we've done add an event, add a new event, we've done edit the event, and now we're going to remove events. The easiest way to do this, you can go down to an individual item and remove it. Like I'll go to the bottom one, I'll do edit, and then I'll go down to my bottom, and instead of previewing it, I'm going to hit delete. And it's going to ask me, am I sure I want to do this? Confirm that you're going to delete this event, and I'll say confirm now. And so now if I go down to the bottom and look for my event, it's gone. So it did get deleted. And again, you would hit, after you do any action on the calendar, go ahead and hit approve to make sure that that's final. Now one event I have on the calendar is Saturday, August 15th, and the day I'm making this is actually Monday. So say that I wanted to clean up my calendar. This first event started in May and went all the way to August 17th, which is tomorrow, which is today. It'll be over at the end of today. So what I want to do is I want to get rid of old events, but I don't want to have to go to each one and delete it. I just want the system to do it for me. So what I do is I say I want to remove all events before the 17th, which is today. So anything old, I want it to go away. And now the next one says move to. You can just delete it, throw it in the trash, but what I always do is I pick move it to the past calendar. So if there was an item on the calendar like issues and eggs, and we had a link in that calendar item that says go here to see the resume of so-and-so, if it's in past calendar events, you can go look at your past calendar and click on links to be able to get to things you used to be able to get to. So it's always easy just to put them in past calendar so you don't lose all the information. It's good too to review, like last year, what did our calendar items say about issues and eggs. So it's real good. So put in the date. I want to remove everything before the 17th, and I want to put them on past calendar. Then you just hit click on the delete old events. Okay, and if you look at your calendar now, we still have the 17th on there that ends tomorrow, but then the one that we had on there for the 15th is now gone. So it's that easy just to keep your calendar updated. You can go in every week or so and just put in your current date and delete things. So to get out, again, I'll hit approve, and then I'll just hit OK, and that takes me back to the main menu. I'm all done now with my calendar. I just scroll to the bottom and you see a logout. Just click on your logout, make sure you get out of it, and it'll tell you that you're now logged out. Right. Okay, now what I've done is, since I'm out of the LU system to do updates, I've brought up our regular web page. I've just gone into my browser and I put in the LWVGT.org. I'm just looking at a regular web page. Like I said before, if I just looked at this calendar, then I went and edited, and I came back now and clicked on calendar events, the data on here could be the old information, because your computer and your browser will often save that information, and if you ask for it again, it'll just bring it up out of memory. It doesn't go back to the website. To make sure you have current information, up on the line where you type in the address, or the address shows, there's always a symbol of some kind, either a circle arrow or in Internet Explorer it's an arrow pointing up and an arrow pointing down, but it'll be a reload or refresh this page. So you'll always click on that to make sure that it goes to the web and gets current information. And it doesn't even hurt to click on it a couple times. But anytime you make a change on a website, always go back and view it as if you were a regular user to see that it's looking the way you want it to look. So that's it. That's all there is to it. Thanks very much. One thing that may trip you up sometimes is you made changes, you go back